What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Nerdy Volume Podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about James Gunn's new DCU film, Superman Legacy.
Yeah.
So for now, sit back, relax, and don't forget to turn it to 11.
All right, y'all. Superman Legacy, a new film from the one and only James Gunn. I mean, going into this, we get to see so many things because we've already seen so many different versions of Superman. We've had the Jack Snyder verse, and then also the
Zack Snyder.
Is it Zack Snyder? I'm sorry.
Not the Jack Snyder.
Same ACK at the end. You know what I'm saying?
That's his brother.
That's his brother. And and so you get to see like a different version of Superman. You didn't really see like the dark and brooding Henry Cavill, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong, it's great. But seeing a different tone of Superman was actually very refreshing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you think that Superman's suit paid homage to like the old school Superman?
I think the symbol did, not so much of the suit. I felt like the suit. I'm hungry, guys. The suit wasn't like it wasn't like tight, like Henry Cavill with all the muscles. He fit right in to that suit like nothing. Mm-hmm. But I feel like with David, which by the way, we forgot who's in this movie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Starring Superman, we have David Cornsweet. I don't even know how to say it. Is that how you say Cornsweet?
I think you got it right.
Cornsweet?
Right. Cornsweet.
Sweat, yeah. Then you have Nicholas Hoult, which was a surprise to me. I was like, oh, the Beast is going to be playing Lex Luthor? Oh. Crazy. You got Rachel Brosnahan, who I thought was a really good Lois Lane. And looking at this photo of her on, the cast, I would never think of her as blonde.
Yeah.
Like, she looks so natural in that hair, the black hair.
That's true.
And, and also for some reason, James Gunn always got to bring the homie, Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion.
Oh yeah.
Like he's in most of his films. He was in he played like 3 different characters in Galaxy of the or Guardians of the Galaxies. Like I think he was in all 3 of them.
Yeah.
As like it could be a side character, whatever the case is. But it's funny to see him there and in the DC universe.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing with James Gunn. He brings his posse over from the Marvel side to the DC side. So that's pretty cool. We're going to touch more about that later because there's a lot that goes down with that.
He's like the Adam Sandler of filming right now. Adam brings everybody, all his friends.
And his family.
And his family,
cool.
yeah.
Like his
wife?
his daughters, his wife, yeah.
Oh, his daughters has been in his movies usually?
Yeah.
That's right. I didn't watch the second one.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore too. If you haven't watched it, it's really good. There's like about 60 cameos.
60?
I think 42 maybe. Who knows?
That's crazy.
But yeah, going back to David Cornsweet's suit.
Yeah, his suit. With the bright red undies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was just like, yo, okay, taking it back. It looked a little weird. It looks like not a jumpsuit. I think I'd want to say a jumpsuit, but it looked like almost like Henry Cavill's one, but instead of it being blue and with the symbol, it was like it had the red on it, and with the I think it was yellow trim. And not gonna lie, I was like, yeah, this is cool. It's a different suit. It's always going to be a different suit depending on the reiteration of whoever's doing it.
True.
Obviously, my favorite suit has always been the one that's kind of like been the same and recycled throughout the series. Like the old, I think it was on TNT. The old Superman and Lois, or no, that's the current one. The other one was Lois and Clark.
Oh,
The Adventures of Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
Well, whatever the case is, it was Terry Hatcher was Lois Lane, and his suit was the suit that I remember. And in the suit of the very first Superman television series, the one is like
Smallville.
Faster than a locomotive,
Oh, yeah.
like that one. It looked like he was wearing like some kind of what is that? I want to say leather, but not so much leather. I think it was more the first one. I forgot his name, but that I remember that series. It was always on FX when I was a kid. Right after the old school Batman. the very first Batman series. I was like, I remember all of that stuff. They look like they were wearing like leather, or like, when you go to the gym and you see all those like little like things on top of the ground that you can like do yoga stuff on. That's the material it looked like to me. And in the suit in this one, it looked more like it was trying to achieve both with the past Superman with the original Superman TV series look, smacked it together.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate it. I mean, it definitely set a different tone to the Superman, and in this Superman, his tone fit his own character. The character fit the suit of it being brighter than normal, in my opinion.
Yeah. So I think the tone that James Gunn was going for was the happy, the hopeful, keyword hopeful, because his S on his chest does symbolize hope. Speaking about the S on the chest, it reminds me of the Kingdom Come Superman logo, kind of like the way it's like shaped. So it was a pretty cool callback to that. Since we're talking about homages, obviously this movie had a whole bunch of Easter eggs, but we're just gonna try to touch upon it as we go. When you first watch this film, we got Superman breaking the chains. That's like a callback to, I think it's a 1939 Superman, like way back when, 1939.
The furthest back.
Yeah, I think it had the black background on the S. I thought that was pretty different. It was like that was pretty dark,
Pops it up a little bit.
Yeah,
Gives it a pop.
but they got that. And now it's the yellow background, which I think was a good, pretty good contrast with the red on it. But yeah, speaking about Nicholas Hoult, when I first heard about this casting, I was like, how is he gonna do with Lex Luthor? Because we had who's the one that was in the DCEU? It was the one who was in.
Well, I play Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in the Social Network movie.
Yeah, he was also in Now You See Me or something like that.
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, he's in Now You See Me. Yeah.
Yeah, but the way he presented or represented Lex Luthor, he was pretty cynical, really strategic, and the way he talked was very super genius level. You know?
Jesse
Eisenberg. But I just felt like growing up, reading the comics and watching the animated series with Superman, you always feel like Lex Luthor's like this buff, bigger dude,
Yeah, Billy Zane, basically.
Yeah. True. And then so Mr. Holt here, Nicholas Hoult came in, and he, my goodness, did a good job. Like, he was just talking, and all of a sudden he pulls up this number that says E4 because he's controlling Ultraman with his punches and everything, because he's like a step ahead with Superman.
Yeah, he knows all of his moves.
And that's genius. Like, he just keeps talking and distracting, and then put this number in. I'm like, wow, that is crazy. I actually think he did a good job as Lex Luthor, to be honest.
So did I. I think that the choice that he decided to go with the character was really good. And I'm talking about like the choices of being like kind of like envious. He was very envious that, and it made him basically crazy in a sense. Like, he was just going nuts. He was insane over the fact that Superman was getting all this praise just because he saved somebody. However, he wants the same praise, but he doesn't want to do the same things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I was just like, he was almost like borderline hypocrite, but he was, obviously Lex Luthor is a villain, so he's a super villain, excuse me. And to be able to I was like, there's one way to do it, but he was trying to be a villain without being a villain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was just doing what's best for what he thinks is best.
He wanted to be evil, but not in the public eye. You know what I mean? And if anybody in the public did know, then he'll just get rid of him like individually. But like, if everybody knew he was bad, I mean, I don't know. Lex Corp played a big role on Earth, so that's why he was so relevant. You know what I mean? And what did you think about the fact that this was actually more a Silver Age Superman?
I think it's a good idea because, well, for me, I think it's a good idea because not a lot of people know about the Silver Age Superman and who he's kind of associated with. When I say associated with, we're talking about We got Nathan Fillion, who's Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. We got Mr. Terrific, who you've also seen another iteration with
In
the Arrow.
Yep.
And then we have Hawk Girl, the feisty one.
Yep.
I think she was pretty cool. She was also she was from The Last of Us, as Dana, I believe.
She was in The Last of Us?
Yeah. Who played Hawk Girl, yeah. And I think they did a pretty good job. In Metamorpho, I believe that's what his name is, Metamorpho.
Oh, you're talking about the guy that do the elements and stuff?
Yeah, the elemental guy. I think he was pretty cool. And I think another thing I like about this film is that James Gunn is trying to choose characters that a lot of people aren't familiar with, hence Metamorpho. And I don't even know if I'm saying his name right.
Yeah, you are.
Metamorpho. And then we have Guy Gardner. Like, who the heck is this guy? We only know.
I did not know who that guy was.
Yeah, I was like, who is this guy?
I was like, who's Guy Gardner?
But he got his little bowl haircut thing going on. And then it's funny because Lois Lane makes a comment about that as she's walking out the Justice Hall of Justice. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The Hall of Justice was awesome to see.
Yeah.
And it's funny too because I didn't realize that I had to read it, that they said, this was like a reiteration of the Silver Age Justice Society.
Right. Which the Justice Society has, Liberty Bell, Zatanna, Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate, yeah.
All the old school ones.
That means that everybody, oh man, they can't use the ones that they did in Shazam. Oh, not Shazam. Yeah. Shazam. Wait, no. Black Adam.
Black Adam. I think you can.
I mean, technically you could.
Yeah.
But Henry Cavill is in that. Remember at the end?
Yeah, so is The Rock.
Well, The Rock is Black Adam.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Black Adam is going to be. Wait, Shazam should be in. No, Shazam's not in. Wait. Oh my gosh.
I know, from what I know, Blue Beetle is going to have a series. I think Aquaman made the cut. I think they're going to have Aquaman in there. But I heard that Jason Momoa is going to be playing Lobo. So I'm like, who is he going to play? We don't know. I guess we're going to find out.
Yeah. I don't know. Recycling all these actors to play all these other heroes. I was like, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
So many other potential like new outbreaks of actors. Whoever that they want to hire, they could be in. I'm not saying I could be Aquaman, but I could definitely play a seahorse. But looking at it, the Silver Age version of the Justice Society, the Justice League,
the Justice Gang.
Does that mean that we're gonna get to see the Legion of Doom?
I would think so. Because they got the Hall of Justice in the film, like in the movie, not in animated series that we're all used to.
Yeah.
The Justice League Unlimited. We actually see that like verbatim like in the movie, which is pretty cool. I was like in awe when I first saw that. I was like, wow, this is gonna be pretty good.
I forgot who they were fighting. There's a DC animated movie, and at the end of the movie, you see the camera pan out to the Hall of Justice, and all of the heroes are coming out of the woodwork. They're just like running out, and they're doing like there's cool poses on their way out, running through. You got the people, the speedsters, just kind of zipping on through, and I thought that was really cool. I was just like, this is awesome. You know what I mean? Like, this is really cool. I think that all of these heroes coming out, it makes it look like it's epic, like Earth is good. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I wonder if that's James Gunn's like Endgame. Is it going to be that like based off of that movie? I forgot who they were going against. It wasn't Darkseid, but it needed a ton of the Justice Society or the Justice League or whatever they were called in the Silver Age. I don't know the difference sometimes, but forgive me, y'all. Okay, this is based off of memory. Okay?
Yeah, me too.
My memory. If you guys want me to read it, bring like 10 people to watch at least like 5 episodes.
Is it Doomsday? Nah, it's gonna be Doomsday.
Doomsday.
There's
no, because Lobo's gonna be there, right? I think Lobo might be the main bat. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lobo would be crazy. Lobo is actually one of the characters in the comic books that can defeat Superman.
Yeah.
But then again, the Superman got beat up a whole bunch of times in this movie, so I don't know.
Yeah, but he got beat up by Superman or by Bizarro.
Ultraman.
Ultraman, yeah. Well, Ultraman is basically him, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Bizarro is like the unsuccessful clone who is actually successful because Bizarro actually beats down Superman a lot.
Yeah.
Without any kind of controls by Lex Luthor. So
yeah. But the newer Superman like spanks Bizarro most of the time. The newer one, like Justice League Unlimited. Yeah, Bizarro. Bizarro's
sure.
like a side character at that point. You know what I mean? He's
You're
like
just an extra.
Yeah, exactly. like Superman can like move planets, like Bizarro continents. It's not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what reminded me with Superman's powers.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because you know how Pattinson, I call him Pattinson, Robert Pattinson's Batman. You know how he's like he's in year 2 in the Matt Reeves universe. So obviously he's still working out the kinks and stuff. But Superman's been Superman for 30 years now, right? Is that what it said? Like 3 decades.
Superman. Superman.
Superman.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, in this universe, James Gunn universe, in the very beginning, it said there's been metahumans for the past 300 years,
Oh.
And then it says Superman's been Superman for like 3 decades, which I mean, is it like 30? I'm pretty sure it's 30 years, guys. So I'm like,
So does that mean he was in his 40s in this movie? He don't look 40.
No, it's probably like 30.
He looked 31. Yeah, 32. 34 is pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, but I mean, I was just like, he's been Superman for 3 decades.
Yeah.
He has to be at least in his mid 30s.
Has he been Superman for 3 years? I mean, I gotta look at that again actually, because there was a whole bunch of 3s in the beginning of the movie.
Wait, no, I thought he was only Superman for 3 years.
I'm pretty sure it's 3 years. I don't know why I said 3 decades.
Yeah, 3 decades was something else. Like
maybe he was born 3
because
decades
there was
ago.
a ton of they went through a ton of timelines, and I'm like, okay,
yeah. See,
yeah, it was 300 years, then 30. No, I'm tripping up. You just watch the movie, y'all. Watch the movie, come back. Watch the movie, come back.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, spoilers ahead. That's already done.
Yeah. So okay, going into the I guess the characters. There was one thing I was really looking forward to when going into this movie, and there was a trailer I watched, and the trailer had the snippet of an argument between Superman, Clark as Superman, and Lois Lane. And in the movie, it played out the way that I hoped it did. And this is the talk about the Jopper invasion.
Oh, yeah.
And why Superman stepped in between the two countries. Like, he got in the way of a political issue or whatever.
Right.
And Superman, being of service for so long, was like, I had to. People were going to die.
Correct.
Right? That was his main focus. People were going to die. But he didn't say that yet. He was trying to say it without sounding so morbid, I believe, like, in my opinion. He was trying to make it sound like, hey, it's not right because, it's dangerous. They weren't going to do the right thing. They were doing political things that were injustice to the Jaipur people. Jaipur, I don't know if I'm saying it right. And he was saying, like, I think that we all need to understand that I wasn't trying to take a side. I was trying to prevent death, is basically what it was. And what's cool about Lois Lane's character is that she is actually a hardball. Like, she kept going. She was just like, are you sure? You sure you want to give me this exclusive? You know what I mean? and he's all like, yeah. And I'm just like, are you sure? I was like, her? And the fact that they were already together?
Yeah. They were. They didn't even show. It wasn't like a love story, which is pretty cool because we passed that point already. We know he's Superman. We know he's Clark Kent. And now we know that they're dating already. That we don't have to go through that whole lore.
Yeah. And his dad or pa in this, he reminded me of the Terry Hatcher and Dean Cain version of Lois Lane's Jonathan Kent.
Oh.
Kind of like more on the bigger side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, okay.
That's all muscles, So.
And, and I don't really know much about Jor-El, but You
mean Bradley Cooper?
Yeah. BC, yeah.
Rocket? What's doing over there?
Yeah. I thought, it was funny. And I'm just like, that's Bradley Cooper right there.
Yeah.
I was just like, a lot of people from Guardians of the Galaxy was in this film. Like, Maxwell Lord was played by Sean Gunn.
Yeah, the brother.
And he is in Guardians of the Galaxy. He is the guy with the whistle arrow thingy.
Yondu's successor.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, what? And we don't even know the rest of the decisions that James Gunn is going to make for the next film. However, going into the characters around Superman really helped shape a little bit of the universe. Like a guy,
Greg Gardner.
Gardner, yeah. So he was kind of like the lead in the Hall of Justice, or the Justice Gang.
The Justice Gang.
Yeah, he was kind of the lead. It made sense he was the kind of lead because he's very powerful.
He's powerful, yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny too because when Superman was made to be like a human traitor or whatever, Green Lantern was like in Superman's face, like, bro, I'm supposed to stop people like you.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole reason why I have this power. And I was just like, oh.
He said, this is my sector of the universe.
I was just like, this isn't what is it? Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
It ain't no Hal Jordan. This guy's all about the smoke. And so that's why I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, well, that's great. Like he isn't just all powerful like, like the animated series that have been coming out in the last decade, where I don't know if you watched the one that they did when they fought against the Darkseid, the animated movie.
Yeah.
And that's when you get introduced to Batman. Batman and Hal Jordan fought Superman and got the floor swept under them. It was insane. And in this one, the Green Lantern was like, yo, bro, I got to stop you? For real? Okay.
He said, this is his sector. This is his galaxy.
Yeah. And, to be completely honest, after the interview, I was expecting Superman to be some kind of like a whiner. Like, I thought he was going to be whining. Like, why certain things. No, like, based off of the thing that I was really anticipating for, the interview. Mm-hmm. I thought he was going to be more of like not whiny, how would I say? Annoying. I thought he was going to be annoying. Like,
no, he sounded.
When he said at the end of, people are going to die.
Yeah.
Like, at first I'm just all like, oh, the tone of voice that he used sounded like he was frustrated. And I was just like, if Superman is frustrated, this is going to be annoying in my head. Yeah. Because like Superman kind of has to be kept cool most of the time. Mm-hmm. However, he doesn't have Batman to anchor him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Batman's the angry one too. Superman in this movie is angry.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's angry. He's frustrated. He's tired. He wants to sleep.
Give this man his sleep.
Yes.
Man.
And dude, so Superman fights this big random monster that's terrorizing Metropolis.
It's kaiju.
And knocks him out, puts him to sleep. And then all of a sudden, the message of his parents comes out because, it's funny too.
Oh, yeah.
Because Lex Luthor's like, by the way, did you know that Superman has a message from his parents? Doesn't like put the part of the second half not being available for him.
Right.
He was supposed to rule over them.
And okay, so that's the one. Okay, so here's another thing. Again, I'm referring back to Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman. You know how they changed the lore with his parents, like Martha Wayne was like a patient of Thomas Wayne, and then it was like really like they made them out to be like bad people. Now, could this be the same case with Jor-El or with Superman's parents being the one like, we left you, we sent you there to Earth to, take care of these humans and, get in charge and stuff like that. Do you think that's the case right here? Or do you think that the message was just a little twisted in a way that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know what you mean. I think, no, I just don't know where, but I believe I've heard that Superman or Clark was sent to Earth to actually rule over Earth and start Krypton anew. That was actually that was his like supposed goal. But
like Goku?
Very much so. Yeah, very much so like Goku. But what's different about Goku's character was that Goku of Dragon Ball Z was made more to be like Superman, whereas Goku is actually based off of a character, Son Goku or Wukong.
Yeah, Wukong.
That's who Goku's actually after, but with the Superman touch.
Yeah.
You didn't be Superman if you're Wukong? Excuse me?
I think they went to Superman. Now they got, especially with Dragon Ball Super, so.
yeah, literally, right?
They're gods.
Yeah, Mr. AT was a big fan of Superman. For sure.
So going, and then, so here's a question to you. Should movies give fans what they expect, or, should they risk doing something new and different with ever since we had Iron Man 2008 come out, we've been having a whole bunch of comic book movie coming out. Do you feel like James Gunn should stick to the script and, just stick to what he knows best and what he thinks is best with Superman, especially because this movie I feel like it's more lighter on the lighter side. People even say it's like a kid movie, like as opposed to Zack Snyder's gloom and doom kind of Superman.
You think he should kind of keep going this route? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
To be honest, for the children that's gonna grow up, or actually, and when I say children, I'm talking about maybe like between the ages of like 8 and like maybe 17. They will probably appreciate this Superman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But us, who grew up with a different Superman, we grew up with, Brandon Routh. We grew up with Christopher Reeve. Some of us.
Yeah.
Even on television, you got Dean Cain. You have who was another Superman?
Tyler Hoechlin.
Yeah. Oh, that's the current Superman, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they finished the series already.
Yeah. Oh, the most recent before.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Smallville.
Yeah, Smallville.
Tom Welling.
Yeah, Tom Welling.
You have all these guys that played Superman in their different way. Tom Welling would be more closer to this tone, or Smallville is kind of similar to that tone.
Yeah.
Except for the Lex Luthor or the what's his first name? Rosenbaum. Well, the guy that played Lex Luthor in Smallville is definitely a more brooding and dark.
Yeah, he's
Lex.
for sure. He even showed up in Arrowverse.
Yeah, and then he was in the Arrowverse.
Yeah.
What season? Did I miss that?
Oh no, he was even with it was when Stephen Amell's Green Arrow turned into the Spectre. That whole thing that happened.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay, I remember now.
And he teleported.
And that's where Lucifer was there too.
Yeah, and he teleported over to where Tom Welling was at, and then this Tom Welling Superman didn't have his powers. He gave it up.
Yeah.
And then his Lex Luthor was like, "Oh, you gave up being a god."
Yeah, but his Lex Luthor was like a short dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was just like, I remember that. I was just like, who is this guy?
But he was a genius though in that show.
He was.
He was pretty clever.
Oh wait, yeah, the Lex Luthor that was in the Arrowverse was different from the one from the Smallville verse. But the Smallville Tom Welling was the one that we got to see in Arrow.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I guess in this case there's two different Smallvilles. Mm-hmm. But because the Smallville that we know obviously has Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know who he is by his name, he also did the voice of Flash in Justice League Unlimited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's actually pretty well versed in the DC universe.
Yeah,
I didn't even
the
realize.
DC vet.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And he has a podcast.
He started it.
He has a podcast. I watched a podcast that he had with Tom Welling and with Kristen Krug. So it's really cool to see. But in as far as this going, I think staying on the brighter side and being more let's look at Guy Gardner. Mm-hmm. Remember when he went to go save the people of Jaipur? And he did all the stuff by getting rid of the tanks and stuff like that, just walking, which was the coolest scene, by the way.
Dude. I saw the bird at least 3 times.
and then him giving the finger to the bad dudes. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know which Green Lantern this is, because I'm more used to Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
But this guy, Guy Gardner,
James Gunn put him on the map. You know
what I'm saying?
And he's going to be coming out leading Hal Jordan's Green Lantern and Jon Stewart's Green Lantern in the Lanterns series when it comes out.
It's going to be a series?
There's going to be a series, yeah.
Dude.
They're going to be coming out. These 3 guys, the one that we know already from the DCU, Guy Gardner, and then we got these 2 other ones, which everybody knows, Hal Jordan. So it's going to be interesting to see the dynamics with those 3. And then going back to the Hall of Justice, we saw a whole bunch of the silhouettes. There's at least 26 of them. So there's 26 characters that can be seen in there. I'm not gonna name them all. But
During when?
When when they did the shot of the Justice League or the Hall of Justice, and then when she goes in, you can see the other ones too. But there's a lot.
That's a quick scene.
It was very quick, but somebody said there's about 26. Liberty Bell, Zatanna.
I would love to see Zatanna. I wonder who would play her.
Needs to be
Genesis Rodriguez.
Yeah.
That's just a name I'm throwing out.
You can do that.
Yeah, they had Hawkgirl in there.
Yeah, Hawkgirl.
Played by Isabella. How do you say it? Merced?
Merced, yeah.
I was just watching the last night the Transformers movie, and she was in there.
She was in there too.
Yeah, she's a little kid.
Such a nerd.
Yeah.
Gosh, she's in a video game, Transformers.
Yeah, she's
Comic book character now.
she. What was the other? She was in she was in that movie, but to see her as Hawkgirl was a little different for me because I was like, she's pretty young, right? I was just like, she's like what 20 years old maybe? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
However the case is, I was just like, okay, she's younger and she's shorter. The Hawkgirl I remember should be a little bit shorter than Superman.
Yeah.
But nah, I guess that's not the case. But I mean, obviously the height doesn't matter. I'm just wondering what type of Hawkgirl is she? Is she a Hawkgirl from the alien planet like in Justice League Unlimited? Is she a Hawkgirl that's from Egypt like in the Arrowverse? You know what I mean? Like, which Hawkgirl is this?
Maybe in between. Or maybe she's just a very angry, passive-aggressive kind.
She could be.
We'll never know until she gets her own show.
You think she's going to get it? Well,
we'll see. Maybe a Hawkgirl and the Hawkman.
And let's also put another, let's put some light on Skylar Gisondo. He played brother Jimmy Olsen. And Jimmy Olsen apparently was a looker.
Yeah.
Do you think it played out that way because today's ladies that are into like the the superhero movie genre, whenever they look at him, they're like, he's probably like really hot, like of this day and age. He's like, yeah. And so now you think that James Gunn is playing on that? You think they're playing on the idea that he is probably good looking because of the animated look? Mm-hmm. And in my head, I'm like, he looks like what Wally West would look like to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, he looked like a Wally West, but we all know that's not Wally West.
Yeah.
And seeing Supergirl, played by Millie
Alcock.
How do you say it? That's
Big Alcock.
Okay. Played by her and the type of attitude she has towards Clark.
Yeah.
I think that I could see her and Jimmy getting along very well because she seems to be that type of girl that would just look at him like a slab of meat.
Oh man.
You know what I mean?
The party girl.
And Jimmy Olsen being literally the reason why Superman and Lois can help each other out against Lex is the funniest thing. When you're down bad, you could save the world, y'all. You could save the world.
Yeah, just talk to some rich millionaire's girlfriend. Get as much info as you can.
As much. Have her take selfies of like important documents.
Yeah, for sure. And it's funny you brought up Supergirl when she comes and gets Crypto, which, by the way, was pretty interesting that Crypto was kind of inspired by James Gunn's actual dog. What's his dog's name? Ozu. Ozu, if you noticed in the movie, he has some very, his behavior, how he bites Superman's feet, his little one ear up. Yeah, those are two behaviors that Ozu possesses, and it was pretty cool that his own dog came out to be Crypto, but it's not the same color. Obviously Crypto is like the nice snow white kind of color. I believe Ozu was kind of darkish, but that was pretty cool. And then, man, if for all you animal lovers, especially dogs, my wife felt this movie. She gave this movie a really good high rating because Crypto was in there. And I like it too because for the past movies that we had, the one that, even in the Marvel Universe, how Guardians of the Galaxy 3 kind of touched me a lot because of, how Rocket came to be. Well, it's the same, kind of like the same thing. Are we going the same route with Crypto now? Because Crypto was being tortured in a way where he's just kind of chasing the ball for like the longest time.
I was just like, is that torture or is that just having a lot of fun for a very long time? I
mean, he looked like he was enjoying himself, but not at the same time. He
Superman
was like struggling.
Superman was like, no.
Yeah, that's a big no.
Yeah, and other there was obviously so many good characters in this film. Mm-hmm. I want to put another light onto Mr. Terrific.
Yeah,
his character. I feel like they did. I don't know how to say his name. Eddie Gathegi or Gothegi. Yeah, the guy who played Mr. Terrific. He did a great job.
Yeah,
obviously with the X-Men doing what they did to his character prior, like they did this one really well. And I've only really got a taste of who Mr. Terrific was from the Arrowverse.
Same.
and I thought his name was Curtis in the Arrowverse. So does that mean that his character's name is Curtis? I don't know. We don't know yet because I've only seen one iteration of him.
Yeah, they never really said his real name in that movie. They just called him Mr. Terrific with this very slow garage opening, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I guess that was the one thing that he could like compromise on when it came to price.
Yeah.
He's like, how much is that laser? About $1.5 million. And then like, how much to fix the garage? About $500. Oof. Now we're good.
You couldn't like make it go faster,
or just make a regular door on the side. You know, you just kind of open it.
Yeah. Okay. So speaking of characters, I think this is a great time to bring out the Silver Age robots that was in the fortress. So there was 4 of them. There's 4 of those robots, and I had to kind of write these down. But here we go. We have Alan Tudyk. I think I said his name right. Okay, so Alan Tudyk voiced one of the robots, and he was actually voicing many characters already in the DC universe, like Dr. Phosphorus and Creature Commandos. He was also voicing Tanner from Creature Commandos and Clayface. And then, of course, Dr. Will Magnus, who becomes Dr. Phosphorus. And then one of the other robots was Michael Rooker. You know who that is? Yondu.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah, Yondu.
I forget that's his real name. I only think of him as Daryl's brother.
Yeah, same here. But you also know that he was...
Merle.
Merle. He was actually in Suicide Squad as well.
Yeah.
Savant. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and who made that movie?
James Gunn.
So brilliant. And another one is Palm Clementif. Who was that?
That's my girl. That's my girl. Mantis,
another Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Who is reportedly going to be playing as Helen Bertinelli, who is the Huntress. Yeah.
She would play a good Huntress.
Yeah, she would
play a good Huntress.
Yeah, I was like, ooh. When I read that, I was like, wow, that's gonna be good. It's gonna be a DC TV show, kind of like The Lanterns. But of course, you know, he's trying to intertwine them all because who else shows up? Peacemaker, John Cena.
Yeah, Peacemaker being in there is awesome. Cause you know, I didn't even see the Peacemaker series yet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go. I wanna because it was only on Apple TV and they didn't have it at the time.
Yeah, it's in HBO Max now.
No?
Yeah.
Dope.
But another Peacemaker character is Jennifer Holland, which is Emilia Harcourt. She's in Peacemaker as well.
Really?
Yeah, she's in there. And then of course you mentioned Maxwell Lord, played by Sean Gunn, and then we see Millie Alcock's Kara Zor-El, Supergirl, coming in.
Yeah.
Man, she's gonna be having a blast in her movie.
Yeah.
Coming up, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow.
That's what she's gonna be doing next? That's her project?
That's gonna be her project, yeah. She's gonna have her own film.
Because like when I saw Millie as Supergirl, or I saw Supergirl the character, Supergirl looked like a young lady that makes bad decisions over wine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I'm all like, who is this Supergirl? I was like, where's the Kara that's like doting over Clark, or the one that is kind of like more of the immature and awkward girl? Nah, this girl knows what's up.
Yeah.
And she always has to pay the consequences because she apparently didn't know what's up.
Yeah. She just came and collected her dog, Crypto, from Clark, Superman. Frank Grillo. He was also in Creature Commandos. He voiced General Rick Flag Sr., the dad of Rick Flag, who Peacemaker killed. So they're going to keep that continuation going.
Good, because Peacemaker's a good character.
Yeah. And
dude, that's funny. Frank Grillo. I believe I have a friend named Frank Grillo.
Really?
That lives out here. Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, that's crazy. I believe he's
Australian. I'm just kidding.
No.
I don't know what he is.
I believe he's Italian.
Oh, shoot. I was thinking about the other guy who was going to play Deathstroke.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
The guy from Magic Mike.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that guy. Why do I have to remember that movie, though?
That's the last thing I remember him. Oh, no.
Dang.
No, he's going to be Crocodile.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought of the supermarket scene. Or no, the convenience store scene.
Yeah.
He grabbed the waters and then started doing some weird dance for the lady.
Yeah, and then, of course, you got Bradley Cooper. So, you know, coming back into the title, You know how they showed chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. So it's pretty cool because if you kind of go back into the comic book series or the graphic novel Justice League from 2016, it's crazy because in that universe, Batman is a vampire and Wonder Woman is like the descendant of Genesis, I believe, or Neo Genesis, and then Superman is actually like the son of General Zod. So that's like
Like a what if?
Yeah.
Almost like a what if movie.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see that he's using that title, Gods and Monsters,
Yeah.
as the first chapter of this whole DC universe.
I think the idea of kind of creating all these new characters or characters that aren't being used in the new, universe of DC is, I think it's kind of brilliant. It's definitely a risk because everybody's a critic these days on these movies.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the people that don't like these movies or these current movies in the MCU, they all have like little very or small things to nitpick at. Of course, the most one or the most talked about is I've seen this already. I've seen this already, and I'm like, okay. I was just like, let them write it then. I was like, if you write it then, you write it. And it's funny, I watched an AI film redo the Titanic ending.
No.
If both Jack and Rose went on the door.
So did they fit?
So they fit on the door, and not only that, they survived. And he ended up leaving her for a younger girl.
No.
That was the end of that.
Dang.
And this is after they got married. They got married, but then he left her he cheated on her. Wow. Like that was the thing. And I was just like, that's crazy. Yeah, because we don't know about Jack.
We don't know Jack about
in
that.
the movie. I was just like, all I know is that he was a gambler. He got onto the ship and he was able to get some.
And in that AI universe is probably, Rose is hoping, dang, I hope Jack didn't even get on that door.
Yeah. You think she asked? He's like, hey, are you gonna stay faithful with me? And then he just goes down. Maybe we just missed the part where he was gonna actually get on. She's like, oh my gosh, if we survive this, I can't wait to marry you.
Oh.
He's just like, I don't fit.
That's why James Cameron, killed him off. He knew it. He knew it all along, guys. And then some other cool things. Big Belly Burger, the little
I saw that.
Zesty Cola, and then Stag International, which is Metamorpho's origin. Simon Stagg's company. WGBS Galaxy Broadcasting System, where Clark Kent worked in the Bronze Age comics, which is pretty cool.
Bronze Age. Yeah. Okay.
And do you guys know where Metropolis is located at? Because I thought it was New York, but I guess not.
Oh no, it's like a little bit north of Kansas.
Yeah, this ain't Kansas. Apparently, it's in Delaware. In this DCU, it's in Delaware because there's a sign also saying Gotham City. But
because I forget a lot of these cities are kind of close. Central where Flash from, not too far from Metropolis.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with my daughter about where is Metropolis and Gotham City located. I was like, I think Metropolis is in New York and Gotham City is in Chicago because they're kind of close to each other, I guess not. I was super wrong. So
nah, dude. No, I think Gotham is supposed to be like
all the way up there,
like next to New York. Like an island off of New York.
Yeah. And
it was funny. Some people, I forgot the tone. They were saying, would Gotham be more safe if Superman was there, and Batman was in Metropolis?
Oh.
And then they're saying if Batman were in Metropolis, the crime rate would drop significantly. But Superman, he wouldn't like the bad guys that Superman went or Batman went up against were all clever types. You know what I mean? Like they did things, they moved, they used code words because if Superman can hear them, then they'll just use code words and they'll write stuff down. You know what I mean? Like that's how they'll do it. Like they'll obviously learn from him. Whereas the only reason why Batman kept Gotham kind of going at bay was because Batman was watching them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's what he did.
Instilled the fear.
Yeah. I think the only thing is that Batman would have to keep fighting monsters every now and then. And I don't know if he could do that, but he had the tech to do that. So, who knows? Who knows? But I mean, if you have Zod coming into you in the Gotham, yeah, Batman calling somebody. He calling his friends. He's like, yo, I got this planetary distraction or disturbance. You know, make your way to Gotham. Thank you. Over.
By the way, Joker's already dead.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Nah.
Superman wouldn't. No. Superman can't do that. He won't because he's a sweetheart.
He's against killing.
He's a sweetheart. Yeah, no. Was there?
I don't know.
I think. Oh yeah, Perry played a character in there. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, Chief." He's like, "Don't call me Chief."
Yeah.
I was just like, "Isn't he the Chief?" But
Wow.
I thought it was funny. But then Jimmy, being the looker, the guy that has all these women that just want him, and he's just like, "Oh, geez, all these ladies, they want me." You know, I was just like, "All right, chill, Jimothy."
Jimothy.
You know.
Jimothy.
Well, anyway, when it comes to this movie, I really like the fact that they had this Superman who actually felt more human than he did alien. I did like that. I thought it was weird that even though he just saved Metropolis, and when they found out that he was supposed to rule over them, the people just it was like an instant turn. It's because they don't really understand Superman. However, they do know that he's a hero. But if he's not a hero, let's go throw a fruit can at his head or soda can, whatever the can is, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what? Although it was more brighter, they still shot the guy, the hot dog guy.
That's true.
That was insane. I was just like, okay. I was like, what tone is this then?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But it's very realistic. So it felt a little bit more human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a possibility. Like like everything was up literally for chance, which is a really good thing. But for this movie, I'm gonna have to go with a B. I give it a B.
What is it out of 10? Like an
8.
Like an 8. Okay.
Like a 7.5, 8, maybe 8.2.
8.2.
Like, yeah, it's definitely a B. So,
Okay.
you know, maybe more up above like 8.2, 8.3. Because, like, yeah, there's like, yeah, that's for me it was. Because I didn't, you know, I mean, the dog was cool. The dog was helpful. But I'm all like, he's getting a lot of, like, screen time. And I'm like, okay.
He helped Superman like 3 times in that movie.
But he's mostly CGI.
Yeah, true. But
And
I
the
mean,
CGI was driving me nuts. I was like, oh, stop
that's
it.
DC's problem though.
Use a real dog or something. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what we were saying.
but yeah, a B.
I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Although
I respect that.
although my family gave it a 10 out of 10. Reason why is because Crypto was in there.
Bias.
You know.
And it's not because the dog is in there that this is low. It's actually because it's CGI.
True.
If it was a real dog, then it'd be fine.
Yeah.
It would probably be like maybe like an 8.5 because there was a lot of stuff that it was all right, you know. But Guy Gardner was cool.
Yeah.
He was probably a surprise character for me. So yeah.
Yeah, him and Metamorpho. But
Metamorpho, yeah.
I think
Let me make a sun real quick.
yeah. Let me make Kryptonite really quick for you.
That was insane.
You're gonna die now? No, I was kidding. No, but I give it a 9 out of 10 only because it would have been a 6, I don't know, a 7. But Crypto, you know, Crypto's cool. They did a good job.
A 6 or a 7 without Crypto?
Dude, I mean, Superman was getting his butt.
That's right. That's a
lot of times. Like,
that's right. He got smoked.
Yeah, like half the movie he was on his butt the whole time. I mean,
Yeah, and we're not even really Superman fans. But
No, but
Superman
I mean-
is a certain person, you know?
yeah. So I'm a huge Batman fan, and then I had to go with my boy Superman only because it's DC and then Marvel. But then, I mean, no, I like the movie, but man, he was, dude, like, just comparing the power levels between Henry Cavill's Superman and David Cornsweet's Superman, you know, it's just, Henry Cavill's Superman just blows it out the water.
Yeah.
You know.
Simple as that.
But I mean, again, this is a young Superman. Maybe he'll become even more powerful. So we'll see. We'll see what James Gunn has up his sleeve.
Yeah. That's going to wrap up the episode. Follow us on IG, Facebook, X, and TikTok. You can catch all of our video content on YouTube. Please leave a review as it will help our podcast grow. And join our community on Discord. Thanks for hanging out with us. And don't forget to turn it to 11.